Before, in my early years, I'd surfed because people wanted me to. And so as my adult life, I chose to just surf for myself because I saw the therapeutical aspects of it. I saw how much of a better person that I was. It's kind of exciting. It was an exciting time. It was like, I get to create a lifestyle about being in the water and this coastal lifestyle, but also surfing in a way where I'm aware of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and I'm doing it for me. My very first memory is actually at the beach. I grew up in that really old school, kind of like rootsy surf culture. I'm so grateful for that because it's a huge part of who I am now.
See what the ocean brings. Maybe some little peelers that have been travelling all night to get to it.
I surfed competitively for surfing took a bit of a different turn in my teenage years, and it went from this fun thing that you did with your friends to sort of like a career or a path. It sort of changed things when you take something that was this fun thing and you turn it into something that's going to have a pathway and is going to provide for you. Kind of changes it a bit, and it changes the way you look at it, and it creates social pressures around it to win and achieve, and so it got pretty serious. And so I had a competitive career, and highs and lows of that, and it wasn't until I was like late teens, like 19, I sort of had a bit of a look around me, and I had a bit of awareness and went like, is this a healthy thing for me to be doing? Is this healthy for me? And sort of decided to have a step away from it. Yeah, I stopped surfing for about 3 years. I remember selling all my surfboards and just like going like, I don't want anything to do with it. I think the competitive nature of it was what I found exhausting. And it wasn't just in the water, it was everywhere. Like when you're competitive like that and you've got it drummed in your brain that you want to be the best at what you're doing, it's not just in the water, it comes into your life on the land, and everything you do becomes ultra competitive, and that's exhausting. It was really interesting. At the time when I stepped away from surfing, I moved to London. I wanted to move as far away from surf culture as I could. So I moved to the east end of London, I dyed my hair black, and just watched live music for years. It was then I moved to Canada after that, and I was near the ocean but no waves. I would go for swims, and I would just started noticing how much like my mental health improved going from swims. I started realizing how strong a connection I had with the ocean and how it called to me, and if I went for a swim I just felt like such a better person, and it was so good for me. And I think that helped me get through living not surfing and living in a city. It just was an instant connection. And I remember I would like be working in a city or whatever, and I'd get to the ocean in the afternoon and I'll just get under it and I'll just swim and swim and swim, and all you can see is the ocean, and you're just immersed in another world. And that is the magic for me. And I think that's when I first started realizing as an adult how important the ocean is for my well-being.
Dust moves you and me, you and I. In the right time, in the right time, in the right time, in the right time. Dust holds.
And I just sort of clicked. I was like, hey, I could move. And it sounds ridiculous because it's so obvious, but I could just move back to Australia in a small coastal town and just surf for the joy of it. And that was an epiphany. Like, it was the first time I'd thought about surfing with the ego removed from it and not being this type of surfer, but just surfing for fun because you like doing it and because you've learned that being immersed in the water is really good for you. Like, looking back at that now, like I feel like I spent the first half of my life trying to be the best at everything, and I'm spending the second half of my life just trying to enjoy it. Superhumans for me are like my mentors, the people that I sit with, my elders, I think. There's been a big focus for me the last few years on connecting with elders. That art of slowing down, like Indigenous culture has always done that. Time is so important. We don't have a great deal of it. If we just fly through it, it just disappears. But if we take moments out of our day to sit in it and be calm and be present, then it doesn't move as fast, and then you can savor it and you can enjoy it. If you're just living your life and flying by all the time and not really taking heed of those moments and those, it's like stopping and smelling the flowers, pretty much at the end of the day. Splashing the water and seeing the sun bounce off the water and the ripples, or you're out in the water and it's raining and the water's washing down and it's rippling out on the water, like all those little moments, all those beautiful little moments, if you can slow down enough to appreciate them, they're everything. You combine all those little moments together, and that's a beautiful life.
I think that's the end of the